Blitz RSI Div Plus, the complete guide in Episode 3, Presets and Core Inputs. First, the 3 recommended presets. Best one reversal centers on divergence, liquidity sweeps, and change of character to find reversals. Best 2 trend follows the bigger direction using break of structure, the higher time frame dashboard, and the 3-3 confirmation. Best 3 zone works from support resistance zones, divergence and targets, judging location, and reward to risk. Custom lets you combine each group's checkboxes yourself. Change only the preset on the same range, and you can see at a glance what each combination turns on and off. In Best One, the divergence lines, liquidity sweeps, and change of character come to life. Switch to Best 2, and the screen reorganizes around break of structure and higher time frame alignment. Best 3 leads with support resistance zones and targets. One thing to remember, changing the preset changes whether a calculation is used, not the individual checkbox states. Those don't flip automatically. Overrides are switches that make exceptions on top of a preset. Follow preset obeys the preset. Force on turns a feature on even if the preset had it off. Force off forces it off even if the preset had it on. For example, to add the higher time frame dashboard to Best One, just set the dashboard override to force on. Conversely, to make the screen extremely clean, set the targets override to force off to hide the trade plan. Now, the core inputs. The RSI group. Length 14 is the RSI calculation period. Overbought 70 and oversold 30 are the overheating thresholds. And confirmation level 50 is the line used to confirm 3-3 momentum. In the divergence group, pivot left and right set how wide a swing must be to confirm. Here's the key point. If the right pivot is 7, even when a label prints at the actual low, you only learn that 7 bars later. This is not repainting. It's the structural delay needed to confirm a pivot. Below that is market structure. Show boss and chosh show liquidity sweeps and whether a strong signal requires structure agreement. The support resistance zone width defaults to 0.35 times ATR. The swing targets group. Target 1 is the nearest opposite swing. Target 2 sits at 2R from the invalidation distance. When a trade ends, win and loss result labels print, and the performance table at the bottom right tallies them automatically. Finally, trend and the dashboard. The confirmation EMA of 21 is used for 3-3, and the weakening check. The slow EMA of 55 judges trend alignment. DMI and ADX are 14, and the strong trend warning is 25. The first and second check timeframes are where you confirm the higher time frame direction. But ADX crossing 25 alone doesn't decide direction. You also read price versus the EMAs, and whether plus DI or minus DI dominates. One tip to close. Save separate layouts for 15-minute entries, 1-hour swings, and 4-hour direction, so you don't reconfigure every time. And after changing settings, don't judge from just the last range or two. Compare uptrends, downtrends, and ranges. In Episode 4, we go deep into divergence and the entry ladder, stage by stage.